Howdy y'all, I hope you guys are all doing well, I hope you guys are safe, and I hope you guys are healthy. My name is Josh, and I love clothes. Today I'm bringing you guys a review and styling video about a pair of shoes that I didn't know that I would ever purchase. Luckily, someone that I know has come through and gave me a deal, and I couldn't pass it up. So today I'm going to be reviewing the visvim shaman-folk in what they call green, what I call very much blue. Now, if you guys don't know, visvim has been one of my favorite brands for, almost a decade now. Hiroki Nakamura is one of my absolute favorite designers because of the quality and craftsmanship of his items, as well as just how amazingly perfect he made Americana. So Japanese Americana has been a really big thing for a long time now, and the visvim Christo has been kind of in the fashion meta for a really long time. This is kind of the newer iteration. If I'm not mistaken, these came out in 2020 or 2021 maybe, but they didn't always look like this. They actually had a more kind of cargo utility look. I'll put a picture up right now. There have been plenty of people to wear them. They look super comfy, but my biggest issue was, would I ever, or can I ever, spend a lot of money on a slide? These retail for maybe like close to $1,000, and $1,000 for a pair of slides is kind of ridiculous. Even the price I paid for it is still kind of really expensive. So I was lucky enough to actually get this from someone that I know, like I mentioned earlier. Shout out to Shiloh. He tossed me these. I more often than not wear black, and most of my footwear is all black as well. And I had been aiming to maybe purchase a pair of black Christos, shaman-folk Christos, but the deal came up, and honestly, I am super happy and super excited to try and inject a little bit of color into what I normally wear, which is usually kind of more toned down black, gray, sometimes earth toned. But I think honestly these are gonna fit in perfectly. I got a size medium. I'm usually a size US 9, EU 42. These fit absolutely perfect. So a medium Christo will fit a size 9 individual. Let's take a quick look and peek at the box. So the box is completely white. It has very subtle branding right over here with Hiroki Nakamura's signature as well as visvim. And over on this side you can see, if it'll focus, is the visvim shaman-folk size medium. Weirdly enough, they call this color green. I don't know about you guys, they absolutely look blue to me, like a baby blue, but it comes with this kind of natural ecru colored dust bag that has a little bit of visvim branding right over here. Dust bags are always cool. I use them when I travel, so if I want to kind of pack a pair of shoes and I don't want those shoes to kind of rub against the clothing that I packed, I'll use a dust bag. Comes with some hang tags. Most visvim items do come with hang tags as well, but here's another kind of detailed description of what these shoes actually are. There's the little visvim holographic tag right over here, and the last tag that you can find on here is actually going to be not a care tag, but basically a fair warning that some of these things might not be as uniform as other brands make them. Every piece is unique, basically just covering them if there are slight imperfections in some of their pieces. But honestly, I really like when things have their own personal character to them, so I don't mind if things have like slight variations. Moving on to the actual shoes themselves, I just absolutely love this. But yeah, is this green? What do you guys think? Is this green? I say this is green. This is green to me. This is certainly not green, but I mean, to each their own. So the upper is comprised of a suede. This is kind of like the visvim Christo branding that you can see right there. It has a lot of fringes and tassels that kind of hang when you wear them. Yeah, I don't know if you can kind of see, but the suede is kind of some of the softest and nicest suede that I've personally felt. And you can see that there's little green stitches. Honestly, this thing seems pretty sturdy. So the bottom looks like this. The front is kind of a leather. and then the back portion in the heel is a Vibram heel. Over on the actual heel of it, you can kind of see some branding, the sizing. Honestly, I'm just really impressed by these shoes. I tried them on. They're super, super comfortable. Most slides are, but yeah, there's not much more I can say. It's really kind of self-explanatory for this one. Now, the original Christos look a little bit different. I definitely want a pair of those in the future, but it just hasn't really fallen in line for me just yet. Maybe in the future I'll buy another pair of Christos, who knows, but these are gonna be doing me very, very well. There are other companies that do slides that are very similar to this. You don't have to pay upwards of like $1,000 to get a visvim Christo lookalike. Sui Coke definitely makes a pretty solid one. I know I actually went to the mall fairly recently, and I found Kappa made a like visvim knockoff that's like under $100 if I'm not mistaken. I wouldn't recommend that pair, but if you just want the look, feel free to get that one, I suppose. I definitely want to know what you guys think about visvim Christos and the difference between the original Christo and what they made now with the shaman-folk. Little out there, definitely a little bit different than what I'm used to, for sure. But honestly, I think that, I mean, nowadays when I just kind of want to slip something on and go about my day, these are going to do me absolutely amazingly. I'm actually going to consider putting just an extra Vibram sheet on the bottom here because I just want some more protection. This sole, I know, you know, can get run down quite a bit, so I might take it to a cobbler and get a Vibram sheet kind of just put on the bottom there. I think I've just about covered everything I wanted to talk about this shoe. Like I said, Hiroki Nakamura makes absolutely amazing footwear, and I would absolutely, if you haven't already, look at the lookbooks that are put on Vogue Runway, the app Vogue Runway. Great place to look at kind of lookbooks and fashion shows, but Vogue Runway, and look at the different stylings of visvim pieces and lookbooks that are put out by visvim. Honestly, they are just so amazing. Some people might say it's kind of boring. It's Hiroki Nakamura definitely has a very particular look to him that he doesn't really deviate too much from, but honestly, each and every look, each and every piece looks absolutely immaculate, and I can only hope to own more visvim in the future. One other thing about visvim as a brand that I definitely really wanted to point out is that Hiroki Nakamura, the head designer, the founder, the dude behind visvim, is just such, it's interesting because his brand is such a wholesome brand. So whenever you see his pieces, sometimes their models are posed very like playfully. Everything looks so fun. At the various locations of his retail stores, he seems to be pretty involved and go around and visit from time to time and take pictures of the employees that are working there and kind of post. It feels like a family. The brand feels like a family, and I think that that's an absolutely amazing quality about visvim itself. So it just looks kind of like a wholesome, fun-loving Japanese Americana brand. But if you know visvim, I'm sure you've gotten that vibe before. If I missed anything about the visvim Christo that you guys want to know, feel free to put it in the comments down below or DM it to me. I'll try to get back to you guys as soon as possible. But I've rambled for long enough. Time to show you guys how I style these. So right off the bat, how I imagine myself styling these slides or shoes is definitely going to be pretty often with either straight leg pants or wide leg pants. I can't see myself wearing kind of slim or skinny. I really don't know about flared pants with these shoes. I think it looks a little bit better when everything's kind of baggy and relaxed. But I definitely, color-wise, want to go with more earth tones. But I do kind of like the idea of wearing kind of a tonal black top, black pants, and then just having the blue pop at the bottom. I personally, most of the time, vast majority of the time, will likely wear these with socks. I don't like wearing slides without socks, usually, unless it's like, really, really hot, peak summertime, 100 degrees Fahrenheit, in the middle of summer out here in Las Vegas. Of course, shorts are absolutely going to be pairing well, but let me know what you guys think about the outfits that I put together. All right, so little update. After about a day of wearing them, I actually really love them. They are so easy to just slip on and just go about my day. They're super, super comfortable. Yeah, this was absolutely worth it. But all in all, that's basically all I have to say about visvim and the visvim Christo. Again, let me know what you guys think. I'm really curious to see what you guys have to say about these. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for supporting me for this long. I appreciate your guys' time. And until my next video, I'll catch you guys later.